Negeri Sembilan is the 10th largest state in Malaysia. It covers an area of 6,645 square kilometers or 664,591 hectares. The state has 7 districts, covering Seremban, Port Dickson, Jelebu, Kuala, Lumpur, Rumah, and Tampin. The specialty of the house, other than its reliefs, is made without using a single nail or is pegged with wood. The walls are made of planks, twin condensed to attach the missing frames. According to a note to say that this house was dismantled and taken by the British government first to London for an exhibition in 1924. The house has since been recognized as a heritage building under the National Heritage Act 2005 by the Department of National Heritage on 18 February 2013. In general, Negeri Sembilan traditional Malay houses have a long roof. That is, a type that has one ridge extending from left to right or upstream to downstream parallel to a road or river. The evolution of Negeri Sembilan houses can be seen on its roof, which is tilted slightly. The shape of the Negeri Sembilan house has a tiered roof between the roof's front house, called the Rumah Ibu, with a serambi roof. The same house as the house, the main has a serambi, and a kitchen that joins the Rumah Ibu. Staged as well associated with 12, 16, and 20 high floor poles from the ground and wooden steps are a strong image and element that is said to be a Malay house custom of Negeri Sembilan. Tanggam, or known as mortise and tenon, can be divided into certain types based on its design. Normally, each design will affect the strength of the tanggam structure directly. The tanggam design are varied and not restricted to any certain types only. However, if we look at another perspective, the tanggam can be classified into 3 groups based on how it's constructed. Group 1. Tanggam design with a perforated component. For this type of tanggam, the tanggam is designed with one component that is penetrated to another and a component to form a connection between them. For example, tanggam tebok, tanggam lubang, dan puting. Group 2. Tanggam design that is partially perforated. The design mechanism for this tanggam has both components that are formed with small cuttings on a connected area or is partially perforated. However, the 2 components do not penetrate each other. For example, tanggam lekap, tanggam runcing, dan tanggam berparit. Group 3. Non-perforated tanggam design. The design mechanism of this tanggam forms small cuttings called parit takuk on one of the components. For example, tanggam lekap, tanggam lidah dan lurah, and others. Malay architecture is the kind that is sympathetic to the environment. The materials utilized in the construction of a house are those that are readily available in the area. Popular hardwoods like chengal, meranti, and kempas, all of which can be found in local forests, were typically utilized for the main buildings, staircases, and floors. Various materials used for other architectural features, such as the roof walls and gable ends, were bamboo, nipa, bertam, and rubia palms. The materials that are used by this Negeri Sembilan house are kayu chengal for the structure, kayu jati for door and window frame, and singgora clay tiles for the roof. Many Negeri Sembilan traditional Malay houses use Minang carvings on the exterior of the house and the serambi wall. In the serambi space, on the other hand, there are many Malay carvings, or awan larat, which are patterned with flowers and plants that are largely carved but soft and continuous. Application of engraving is found in various parts around the house, such as the stairs, doors, and window leaves, door and window ledges, and wall hinges. The customary factors of perpatih used by the community permeate into all the spaces in a traditional Malay house residential architecture of Negeri Sembilan. From actions such as discussion, entertaining, as well as guest arrivals, deaths and other factors much to do with the customary situations of the perpatih itself. About erected a house, on the arrangement of the space of a traditional Malay house of Negeri Sembilan, it has a long serambi at the front, the Rumah Ibu or main house space in the middle, and the kitchen space at the back. The serambi serves as a welcoming and celebrating space for male guests. Male guests are only allowed to go up to the serambi. It is also a place of prayer for men and the sons' beds. The nature of the serambi space is multi-purpose and open, and there are many windows and openings so that conditions are cooler and more comfortable. During wedding ceremonies, the end of the serambi will be decorated with ceiling curtains and lawn curtains, as there is a tilam panda or panda mattress. Apart from that, formal occasions such as feast ceremonies, circumcision, funeral prayers, and so on are held here. In the custom of this covenant ceremony, the space is only special for the men, while the women sit in the room of the Rumah Ibu with the bride. The ceremonies that take place here distinguish mahram and non-mahram. The Rumah Ibu space is also a woman's domain space. The floor level of the space, Rumah Ibu, is the highest when compared to other spaces. This is to respect women in the family. In this space, there is also a staircase that goes up the loteng, or attic. There is a room in the space in the house. In contrast to the open serambi space, the space only fits one window as it is a space that is too private for women. Only men with close ties can enter the hollow of this Rumah Ibu. Therefore, the door of the space of the Rumah Ibu consists of pintu sepa, or is at least covered with a curtain to prevent male guests from looking inside. Customary provisions are less applicable in the kitchen section. Therefore, it is considered an active space or zone. The kitchen home space has really become a family room because most family members like to sit in this room, meet and chat, have breakfast or dinner, and sometimes even have a place to rest. The space is also easy for households to get snack ingredients and water. Coincidentally, this room is placed with television facilities. The member has an impact on the serambi and the center of the house becomes loose, especially during the day.